Hello, my name is Alfred Mattingly, and this is my post-course assessment for the selection course at EKU. The first learning objective for this course had to deal with acquiring knowledge and becoming more familiar with the theory, research, and application of selection procedures. This has been an area of really great growth for me, simply because before coming into this class, I really knew almost nothing about selection practice other than what I'd been exposed to in other courses and selection procedures I had done in the past for various jobs. And so I came in with kind of a blank slate, and selection has really become an area of interest for me. I've realized how complex and how important a topic it is for IO professionals and for the health and longevity of organizations. So it's definitely been a big area of growth for me. The second objective had to do with being able to understand the research surrounding selection and being able to understand what the research says and suggests. This is something that I had a lot of great practice with through the consulting challenges. Specifically, the validation study was really great for me to work through and wrestle with what validity means for selection, what reliability means for selection, why those things are important for organizations, and being able to not just understand that, but also discuss them in a professional context. And so those consulting challenges were really useful for me, just helping me be more familiar and comfortable with talking about selection research. Objective 3 has to do with understanding the ethics and the legality of selection practice and how important those things are. Again, I'd had experience with APA ethics and the legal ramifications of IO work throughout the program, but in this course specifically, it was really helpful to be able to work very closely with the uniform guidelines and the CEOP principles as well. The quiz for that material was really great because it gave me a ton of real-world examples to really apply my understanding to. And that really offered me a great opportunity to work with real things that the ethics and legality of selection really relate to. So that was a great opportunity. And the final learning objective has to do with being able to integrate this research and practice of selection and being able to communicate truths about selection and best practice to others. And this has been something that I really think has helped me the most professionally. Through the written assignments as well as the video assignments, I've really gotten a lot more comfortable and confident in my ability to talk about these topics, to talk about them intelligently, and to have confidence that what I'm saying is not only important and well-informed, but that it means something for other people. And that's an area of confidence that I wasn't sure I would have when I started the program, it being so new to me. But it's really something that I've been very thankful to have exposure to. At the beginning of the course, I had set an objective for myself to understand the modern research trends about selection. I very quickly learned that that was very much included in the course itself, so I adapted and developed a new goal for myself to increase my skill marketability for selection skills and practices, so that since I'm entering the job market, I have more confidence and feel more comfortable being able to talk about my skills and why they can be important for an organization for selection purposes. Then I also had a goal to understand the industry specifics for the industries I'm interested in working in, such as esports and internet entertainment and things like that. And through personal research into that for myself, I've learned some really interesting things about the interview styles that are used for those kinds of industries and some of the simulation tests that are used for those positions as well. So that has been very edifying in my own personal research. So finally, I've been asked to discuss what I believe is good selection practice. And I believe good practice has to do with three things. It has to be evidence-based, person-centered, and job-specific. So with evidence-based, we've talked throughout the course about how important it is that a selection practice is valid and reliable. That it can be accurately used to significantly predict job performance, because whatever we do to select candidates, whether it be gathering information or putting them through tests or simulations, it's important that those skills and qualities we're getting information about are things that can be used to predict good performance on the job, because that helps us get the best candidates, and also protects us from the legal consequences of testing for other things that are unrelated. It's also important to be person-centered in our practice so that, one, we can avoid discrimination. Adverse impact analysis is vital for all kinds of selection procedures in order to prevent any marginalization of minority groups, as well as to bring out the positives in the individual so that we can diversify our selection practice to allow for personality dimensions or unique skills to really come through and show their value. And finally, I think practice should be job specific. While it may be really easy to use the same selection procedure all across the board for different jobs, it's really important that we use specific procedures that draw out the right kind of characteristics for specific jobs. This is why job analysis is so important, so that we can gain proper information for the specific job that we're trying to fill, so that those specific duties and successes can be reached. So this has been my discussion of selection. Thank you very much.